All right, guys, we are live to discuss about the draw reaction. So let me go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. We're gonna be reacting to the draw for the Champions League, Europa League, and the Conference League. So yeah, man, as I said, guys, make sure you guys join the stream. Remember, this will be a short stream. I'm not gonna be here for too long, maybe like 30 to 40 minutes. I'm not gonna have guests come on for today because I'm pretty busy for today. So hope you guys do not mind. And yeah, man, should be really exciting, man. I didn't even this is the first time I'm actually looking at the draw. I didn't even look at it beforehand. So, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Before we get started though, I do want to have some people join the stream. So we're gonna wait for them to join, and then we'll get started. So let me go ahead and tell people we're live. Okay. Let me see what you guys saying in the chat. So big up AD. Yeah, thank you, Allison Bailey, for joining. Okay. So let me go ahead and tell people we're live. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and wait for some people to join. I'll probably just start at the 5th minute mark, maybe the 3rd minute mark. So yeah, just waiting for people to join. Okay. Let me see what you guys saying in the chat. Very Limpy just says, yo, interesting draws. Yeah. Sebastian says, AD, are you fine with supporting me Switzerland this World Cup? Because it may seem like everyone thinks I'm a plaster for that, but my two nations that I'm making, I support Switzerland for a reason. FM 23 is out for today. I mean, if I were you, I would just be a neutral. I wouldn't really support any nation. I think that's the more appropriate approach to do. So I would be a neutral personally. But it's up to you, obviously. I have nothing. I have like no hate or anything like that. So I don't personally have any. I don't really have an opinion, to be honest. So yeah, there's that. Okay, let me tell my friend that we're live. Okay. I think we should get started. Seems like you guys are not really joining, which I thought we'd have more people to join, but I guess that's not the case. So we'll just start the 5th minute mark. How about that, guys? How about that? We'll just start the 5th minute mark. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so shall we? Let's start with the 5th minute mark. So There'll be timestamp description below. Let's start with the Champions League, guys. Let's go with the Champions League draw. So let me go ahead, pull the image up. So let me. Oh wait, why did I put you? There we go. I was wondering why. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do the Champions League draw first, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the Europa League draw and then Conference League. We'll go in that order. Okay. So let me open an image in a new tab. This is the image from the official UEFA Champions League website. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Present, share screen. Okay, here we go. So let's start with the first match here. This is gonna be a reaction. I'm probably gonna give like an early predictions. Think of this like an early prediction thing, kind of my reaction. So let's start with the first one. We have Leipzig versus Man City. For this one, guys, I would say Man City are the heavy favorites. Leipzig on their day can do a surprise. As we've seen before in the past, I believe they beat they beat Real Madrid. They also beat Tottenham Hotspur. They beat Atletico Madrid. I think they also beat Manchester United. So they are capable of causing upsets. I just don't really fancy Leipzig in this one, and I think Man City should be able to beat them. Next, we have is Club Brugge versus Benfica. Now, that's a great matchup. It's kind of like an underdog feel for that one. I think Benfica should be able to win, though. Benfica been on incredible form this season, arguably one of the teams in form this season, and I think Benfica should be able to beat Club Brugge. Next we have is Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Now, that's a great matchup. That's a great matchup. I think it's going to be interesting. Wait, what the heck? Oh, I sent the link from earlier. That's why. Okay. Yeah, that explains why he was able to. Okay. But yeah, I mean, for Liverpool versus Real Madrid, sorry about that, guys. For that one, I think Real Madrid should Liverpool Real Madrid, that's gonna be interesting. It's obviously a rematch from last season's Champions League final. I would say though for Real Madrid, I don't think they have been as good as they have. See, the thing for Liverpool is that I feel like we shouldn't completely write Liverpool off because I know a lot of people are gonna write Liverpool off. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna send the link. I'm just gonna go over my thoughts. We're not gonna do that. I don't have enough time for today. So we'll maybe in the future we'll have, but for right now it'll just be me, just because I'm really busy today and I don't have the time. So unfortunately, so I know it's be kind of a short stream, man. So we're not gonna send people links. But I'll look through your comments after I look through all the games. Okay. But anyways, back to Liverpool Real Madrid. I just feel it though. Liverpool have been good this season and big games in particular. Look at the fact that they beat Napoli at home. They also beat Man City at home. And so for me, personally speaking, I just think for Real Madrid, for Liverpool, for me to advance, I think they they have to win the home game. If Liverpool do not win the home game, I think it's very, very difficult for Liverpool to advance because I just don't see Liverpool beating Madrid at the Bernabeu, And so yeah, I think for Real Madrid, I think they're probably the favorites, and I think they should advance, to be honest. Now, Milan Spurs, that's a really tough one. I think it's a very close one. I think that one can go either way. I'd say that one is 50-50. I'm not sure which one to pick. I would say, that's a tough one to call, man. I don't know for this one. Milan Spurs is a very difficult one to call. I would say maybe Milan would be favorites just because of Spurs. But Milan, I don't know, man. I'm not sure about this one. Not really sure about this one. I think this is a very close one. I'm not sure what to think. I would say Milan should probably win just because of Spurs. And Spurs, the Conte attacks, they play negative football and so forth. So I don't know, man. It's a close one. I think it's an interesting one. It's a 50-50, I would say. Frankfurt versus Napoli. Napoli should be able to beat Frankfurt. Frankfurt this season, they have been great this season. But my concern with Napoli is I don't know how they'll be after the World Cup, And that's where I feel like Napoli could have a drop-off and Frankfurt could beat them. So I think this is another 50-50 one. I don't think Napoli are heavy favorites. I think this one's close. Dortmund, Chelsea. Chelsea should be able to sweep past Dortmund. I'm sorry. Dortmund, I don't give them very little hope for them in this tie. I'm sorry. Dortmund are just not good whatsoever. I'm sorry. I know there might be some Dortmund fans on the channel say, "Oh, why are you saying this, man?" Because I know Chelsea have been kind of underwhelming this season, but Dortmund have been a whole lot more underwhelming than Chelsea have been. So that's why I feel as though that, I don't know, man. I think Chelsea should be able to beat. Then we have Inter Porto. Inter Porto. That's a good one. That's a very interesting one. I think for that one, I would say that Inter probably should. Actually, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure about this one, man. I think it's another close one. This one could go either way. Um, I'm not sure about this one, guys. I'm not sure about this one. I think for this one, I think this could be very close. But I would give the slight edge to Porto probably just because away it's the second leg's at home, and I just don't really trust Inter on the road like that. So, but yeah, I don't know, man. That's a close one. And then PSG Bayern, I think Bayern. That's a very heavy top seat. It's a very top heavy matchup. I would say that's a very close matchup. I would probably edge with Bayern just because of the fact that we don't know how PSG will be after the World Cup. We don't know how committed PSG will be after the World Cup. So yeah, really interesting matchup. The beauty about the Champions League draw is that we have a lot of like top heavy matches and we have a lot of underdog matches, which I really like. Like we have like the Real Madrid Liverpool is a big one. We have Man City. PSG Bayern. That's a big one. I think we have the underdog matchups like like Napoli Frankfurt, Inter Porto, Milan Spurs. Yeah, I think it's a good one. And Matt, obviously, as you're a Porto fan, you can give your thoughts in the live chat if you're happy with the draw or not. So let me go ahead and read some of your comments. Okay. I'm going to play. Okay. FN23 is out today. Okay. Nice to hear. I think I already read that. I'm going to play some FN22 while looking at the stream, waiting for FN23 today. Hello, Kuba. Nice to see you here. I have 3 things. I can build more Legos, FM, or FIFA. I might just do all 3. I could see Leipzig in quarters. They beat City last season. I mean, here's the thing, Sebastian. That game didn't really mean much for City because they already topped the group. So I don't know how much you could really read into that game. But yeah, don't get me wrong. Leipzig can definitely win the home game. There's no denying that. But I just don't see Leipzig getting a result at the Etihad. Because remember, the second place teams play at home for the first leg. And I don't see Leipzig getting a result in Etihad. They could definitely win the first leg. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying that I don't know if they can get a draw on the road. So, yeah. People say easy win for Benfica, but Bruges is going to be hard. Oh, yeah. Like this isn't like I don't think it's going to be a smash. I'd still say, though, Benfica should win, but I think Bruges will give it their best effort. I think Bruges will give it everything they can, and so forth. So, hey, good evening. I already read that. It is a dub for Benfica. Bruges can't be Porto. Benfica be Porto, then it's Benfica. Yo. But here's the thing, man, Kubo. We have to take this into consideration. Bruges did rotate a lot of the players for that game, so I don't know how much we could really read into that game. I still think Benfica should win, but Bruges can definitely make something interesting. Paloma says, "Yo, Manchester City shouldn't have too many issues against Leipzig." Inter X Yugoslavia says, "Yo, there's a strike in school today, so I can make it to scream." That's good to hear. Club Bruges could give Benfica a good game. I don't think Real Madrid will batter Liverpool. Oh, yeah. I don't think it'll be a batter. But I think Real Madrid should win, but I don't think it'll be a battering by any means. Dang. No, Eddie, we're going to go out versus Real Madrid. We can't beat them. My old school used to have strikes. Ironically, COVID actually solved the problem. Wow. Interesting, Pichu. Forza Milan. AC Milan will be happy with their draw. Conte won't be welcome. And there's revenge wandered from 2011. Kubo 8187 says, imagine getting Real Madrid 3 seasons in a row. Sebastian says Spurs will turn to Spursy. Sebastian, Napoli, Frankfurt could go to pens with same with Bruges, Benfica, then Spuds. Very lame. Pichu says, don't worry about us smash Chelsea. No, Dortmund's not smashing Chelsea. I'm going to say this right now. They will not be smashed. I think Chelsea will win, but Bellingham is needed for a Borussia Dortmund. Oh, yeah. I think Dortmund, Chelsea will be close. I mean, you actually do make a good point because as much as we say Chelsea are favorites, Chelsea haven't really been that good this season. So, but I still expect, though, Chelsea to beat Dortmund. Like, what I feel like what could very well happen is this. It'll be low scoring in terms of aggregate, but I think Chelsea will be able to, play. I think you make a good point, Sebastian, I'm thinking about it. So, I don't know. I just don't really give much hope for Dortmund. So, yeah. Palomo, dang, your school bar is asynchronous. Let me have asynchronous. I think Inter will ability Porto. Ooh, interesting. Sebastian said Bayern will want to smoke PSG. Inter Milan versus Porto has the potential to go extra time. True. Inter Porto is the most balanced, to be honest. PSG Bayern will be a close game. I'm a bit annoyed we have to knock out PSG so early. Only one I can say that there isn't a favorite. City, of course, we're going to draw. Maybe Milan, Tottenham. Two. For Liverpool, I'm done. We ain't beating Madrid, of course. Milan will smoke Spurs. Leo will smoke the defense. I don't know about smoke, but Milan should win. I'll say this. I'm a Liverpool fan. I would love to see that happen. Rematch 2007. City pays UEFA 2005 final over any UCL final ever. Ooh, interesting. Dortmund's defense is not that good, and Chelsea struggle a lot. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like Chelsea, like what I could see, Chelsea forwards are just not like that good. Like we talk about like how Dortmund defensively are bad, but Chelsea don't really have that great forwards. And we even saw City kind of struggled against Dortmund. So I still do think City. I still give Chelsea the mass. I think Chelsea are still the favorites. But we cannot deny that Dortmund will make things perhaps very close. Okay. BLE 075 says Bayern will go through 100%. So I don't know about 100%, but Bayern, you would probably expect Bayern to win. Introvert supporters 50-50 real coin toss. So yeah, we're gonna have BLE versus Mats. BLE versus Mats. Who's gonna triumph? Do I have any Leipzig fans? I don't think I have any Leipzig fans. City fans, I do have, obviously, with Dominic Rich. Actually, let me go over the fans I have for each team real quick. Club Brugge, I know I have a Club Brugge fan. I got some Benfica fans. Liverpool, obviously. Real Madrid, I have. Milan, I think I might have. I think Milan, I have. Spurs, I believe I do. Frankfurt, I don't think I have. Napoli, I don't think I have. Dortmund, I don't think I have. Chelsea, I know I have. Inter, obviously, we know we have. Porto, we do. PSG, we do. And Bayern, we do. So, yeah, interesting. PSG could beat Bayern, but depends if PSG win by 3 or 4 goals at home. They can, but if they draw 1 by 1 goal or lose at home versus Bayern, they're screwed. Very lame. PG says for real. Bayern won't be as comfortable as if they had Hansi Flick. So you're saying that if Hansi Flick was a coach, you would 100% back Bayern there. Oh, we do have an yeah, nice to see. Andrea Malone says, I'm an AC Milan fan since the days of Paulo Maldini. AC Milan will meet Tottenham Hotspur in UCL round 16. What do you think? Forza Milan. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a very interesting draw for Milan. I don't think this is an easy draw per se because Spurs on their day is still Spurs. But I would say, though, this is a decent draw. I think both teams will be generally happy with the draw and so forth. So right now, I give the advantage to Milan. But I would say that Spurs still do have a decent chance because the second leg's at home. See, the key for Milan is they have to win the first leg at home. If they don't win the first leg at home, I see it very difficult for Milan to advance. So yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, man. And Antonio Conte. So the Conte narrative, man, it's gonna be crazy. So yeah, man, it is gonna be interesting to say the least. Okay. Hit that like button. Yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. Hit that like button. Smash the subscribe button as well if you're new out here. And consider and hope you guys enjoy. So let me go ahead and mute. Yeah, here we go. So 11 likes, guys. Let's try to get it 20 likes. That's gonna be the target for today's stream. If Flick was coach, Bayern would be destroy PSG badly. Not 100%, but I think they'd be in stronger position. Kulusevski versus Latzon. Conte's back to San Siro. Fun fact, there are more German clubs than any other country besides England. Bundesliga clubs are actually decent and not what people make them out to be. Yeah, people need to respect Bundesliga, man. People need to respect Bundesliga. Bundesliga is actually a good league. So yeah, I gotta go now. All right, see you, Polomo. Yeah, German clubs only the UCL this season. Peace out. My underdogs are Club Brugge. Work low. Okay, I think we're done with the Champions League. Let's go ahead and move on to Europa League. So let's go to the Europa League now, guys. The Europa League. Where's the image? All right, here we go. We got the image here, guys. We got the image here. So we have the Europa League right here, guys. So we're at 19 minutes. Okay. So let's start with the first game we have here is Barcelona United. Oh my goodness. We actually have to face Manchester United. Why am I not surprised? Can anyone tell? Why does, man, UEFA, man. UEFA, man. Why do they love to give Barcelona tough games? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Am I even surprised? Absolutely not. I'm not surprised. Man, it's unfortunate, man. It is what it is. Obviously, maybe tomorrow, maybe even later today, I'll maybe do a separate video, just my further reaction. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. Barcelona versus Manchester United. Man, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I have a lot more thoughts on that game, but let's go through the other games first. Ajax Union Berlin. You know, that's a good matchup. That's a great, great matchup. I think that's a very close matchup. I would slightly edge. Who'd I edge with that one, actually? I'm going to give Union Berlin the advantage on this one just because I feel as though the home leg second is going to be a huge, huge decider. And I just feel like Union Berlin have been so good this season. I feel like they're a potential dark horse. Juventus Nantes. I would say Juventus should win. I know Juventus have been terrible this season and everything like that, but Juventus should win this. Okay. Nantes will make things close. I think it'll be a very low scoring matchup, but I expect Juve to barely. I think this will be like a 1-0 or 2-0 aggregate thing. Leverkusen Monaco. That's a very good matchup. That's a very entertaining matchup. I would say Leverkusen. I would trust them more just because Monaco. I just feel like they're huge letdowns in Europe and so forth. So I would say Leverkusen might be the favorites. But yeah, and then anyways, Sporting versus Midtjylland. That's a great matchup. That's a great matchup. I would probably say Sporting should win, I guess. Now, Sevilla PSV, guys, I'd say I think we're going to have an upset here. I think PSV have everything what it takes to beat Sevilla. Sevilla have not been good this season. PSV, you have likes of Xavi Simons, who's been great this season. You have Sangare, or Luke de Jong as well, and so forth. So I'd say PSV can honestly knock Sevilla out. I know this is Sevilla's competition. I know you guys will tell me that in the chat, but Sevilla have just been they have been awful this season. They're in the relegation zone of La Liga. Like, this is really, really bad. So I just feel as though that PSV have everything what it takes to beat Sevilla. You know, Shakhtar Rennes, that's a really close one. I think that's a very difficult one to call. I don't know about this one, guys. I don't know about this one. I might give the advantage to Rennes, but I don't know about this one. That's a close one. And then Salzburg Roma. Guys, Salzburg might be able to beat Roma, honestly, on this one. They might be able to. I don't know, man. But the Europa League is very close. Like, there's a lot of close matches. I think the only straightforward matchup, the only one that is, I'm pretty much almost, the one that I'm like almost like 100% certain is probably Juventus Nantes. The rest of the other games, I think it go either way. I don't think there's a, I don't think, actually, maybe Union Berlin too, but I'm a bit, see, the thing is, Ajax are still good, man. Ajax are still good. So, I don't know. Maybe I don't know, man. It's difficult. Like, I think these matchups are very closely matched. I don't think there's any like clear favorites. Maybe Sporting Midtjylland whatsoever, but yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Okay, let me read some of your comments. Okay, Rooklow, bye. Page, MT man, WD man. Are you happy with drawing Leipzig, man? You are you happy in the chat? Tell me in the chat if you're happy. So thanks for joining me, MT. Porto was so close to drawing Frankfurt or Dortmund, who I wanted. I'm okay with having intro though. Match channel and Barca Manchester United, they stand out. Barca versus Man United is rigged. Kubo says, I guess you can say. Sebastian says, Ronaldo going to win. Will even stay? That's a my bad question. Will Ronaldo even stay in the Jared window? Mass channel says either quality or lows, but it will be the exciting. It will, yeah. I think everyone's gonna be looking for this matchup. This is the matchup everyone's looking forward to. There was always a big matchup in the knockaround playoffs, and I believe this is a standout one. The rest of the other matchups is like the second best is probably this one, Ajax Union Berlin, and then maybe Leverkusen Monaco. But yeah, this is the standout match. This is a standout. I fancy Nantes over Juve. Ooh, interesting, Sebastian. Interesting you say that. Mastro says agree on FC Union Berlin. Fred Maguire is a win for Man United. Austin Beal says Lafont is a player you eventually look out for. Maguire going to pocket Lewandowski. And Maguire is even. I don't think he's going to play, provided everyone's fit, of course. But yeah, Maguire is obviously not going to play, guys. Salzburg versus Roma is my second favorite tie. Ooh, FC Barcelona versus Manchester United. TJ Portman says, "Yep, that's true. I think PSV could get an away win. Ooh, I back Salzburg." Yeah, I think I might back Salzburg too, just because Roma, man. But the thing about Salzburg, though, that the reason why I think Roma might have the advantage is because the second leg's at home. um, and that could be a huge advantage to have. So, yeah, I mean, who knows, man? Who knows what could very well happen? I mean, it's close, man. Okay. So yeah, I think we're done with the Europa League. Unless you guys have any other further thoughts, I think we're gonna go ahead and move on to the Conference League, and that'll probably be the last thing for today. Then we'll head out. Um, Salzburg could cause an upset against Roma. Oh yeah, it would definitely be an upset. Actually, would it be an upset though? Nothing about it. Yeah, I think it would be actually. Nothing about it. Okay. So should we move on, guys? I think we should move on. Okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and move on to the Conference League, guys. Conference League draw. Where is it? Right here. Where's the image? No, that's the old one. Where's the new one? Here we go. All right. Conference League, guys. Conference League. Yeah, make sure you guys smash the like button if you haven't already. And subscribe if you're new on here, guys. Subscribe if you're new on here. Okay. So let's start with the first game. We got quarterback versus Ghent. For this one, I would probably back quarterback on this one. Oh, this is a good one, guys. This is a good one. Braga versus Fiorentina. I like this matchup a lot. I think this is a great matchup. It's a very close one to call. And I would probably, actually, I might back Braga on this one, guys. I might actually back Braga on this one, just because of the fact that, well, actually, no, Fiorentina had the second leg at home, right? I don't know about this one, guys. Which team would I back? Braga or Fiorentina? Because I think Braga is so underrated, man. Okay, Trabzonspor versus Basel. That's a very interesting one. Maybe I would give the edge to Basel. AK Larnaca versus Dnipro 1. That's a really good matchup there. I might edge with Dnipro, to be honest. Lazio Cluj. Oh my goodness. Let me just say this right now. If Lazio cannot beat Cluj in the Conference League, I would have to. I lose all my respect for Lazio. I'm going to say this right now. If Lazio do not beat Cluj in the Conference League, I've lost all my respect for this club. I've lost all of them because Sierra Cluj are not that good, man. They're not that good anymore. So yeah, I mean, yeah, same here, man. Like literally just what I said. If Lazio lose, I respect. Yeah, I officially just cannot support Lazio. I would. Yeah, I lose all my respect for Lazio. Okay. Sheriff versus Partizan. Partizan should be able to win. Bodo Glen versus Lech Poznan. This is a very interesting one. I'd say Bodo should win. And then Ludogorets versus Anderlecht. Ludogorets might be able to win that, to be honest with you guys. Ludogorets have been a decent team. So, yeah, the Conference League, guys, the Conference League draw is looking very, very interesting, to say the least. So, yeah, man. As I said, guys, let's see what minute are we on. We're on the 29th minute. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here in the next couple of minutes, unless you guys have any further thoughts. Like I said, I'm pretty busy for today, so I don't really have the time to really be conversing with you guys. Um, it's not that I don't like you guys. It's just obviously I have a busy life and everything, so doing some other stuff. But It is going to be interesting to see what happens, um, and so forth. So, yeah, do you guys have any further thoughts before we head out? You guys can talk about any draw. Like, it doesn't have to be a conference league. It could be about Champions League as well, if you guys want, Europa League as well, everything like that. So, yeah, definitely, definitely, guys. So, yeah, any other further thoughts, guys? My favorite draw is Braga versus Fiji, also from the UCL, UEFA Conference League. Yeah, I think that's a standout tie. I think it's a standout tie. Barca versus Manchester United is interesting. I slightly have Barca advancing. Ajax versus Union Berlin from the Europa League. Yeah, that's a good matchup. I think that's a very underrated matchup. I think people should discuss that more. So yeah, welcome FB7 Games. I know it's really late for you, so thanks for stopping by for a bit. I'm going to end the stream soon in a couple of minutes anyway, so you're not going to miss out on much. But yeah, anyways, do you guys have any further thoughts? I think we're going to head out in the next couple of minutes. I know we have like 9 people watching, so make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you're new out here, guys. So definitely, definitely, guys. Okay. And Frank versus Napoli from the UCL. And Tabu says, "Ooh, at." Yeah, Frank versus Napoli, I think is a very good matchup. I think it's a very interesting matchup, guys. Okay, let me do a quick poll actually. Let's do a quick poll. I'll give you guys 5 minutes and then we'll head out afterwards, okay? So, because we'll see if Napoli still considers out for World Cup plus Frank versus many talented players, Kulo, Mooney, and Kamada, for example. Plus, they are ready with their new system. Yeah, I think Frank's a very underrated team. I think people should talk about Frankfurt more, guys. They're very underrated. So, okay. So let me do a quick poll, real quick, and then we're gonna head out. So, the simple question is, um, which draw is your favorite? Europa League, Champions League, around Conference League. For me, guys, I'd say the Europa League is actually my favorite. I like the Europa League the most of the 3, personally, for me. So let me do a quick poll, real quick. Okay, so I asked the poll, guys. So make sure you guys vote in the poll. I'm gonna give you guys like around 5 minutes, and then we'll head out. So on the stream, I'll get the 40th minute mark, actually, I guess. So let me see what you guys saying. So Europa League, a lot of people are voting for Europa League as their favorites. Champions League, we got 1 vote, 3 votes for Europa League. Okay, 1 person actually voted for the Conference League. Actually, I think 2 did, right? No, 1 did. And then the Europa League. Wow, a lot of people are voting for the Europa League as their favorite. Champions League is now 43%. So, yeah, I love the polls, man. I love the polls here. Okay, what's another matchup? Conference is me. Ooh, interesting. I like the Conference League draw too. There's a lot of like close matches there. There's not like any like standout like favorites per se. But I like the Europa League the most personally. But Conference League is definitely a good one. Actually, you know what? I think Conference League actually maybe my second favorite. So my top ties are. Okay. Yeah, I think the balance of ties makes it interesting. Europa League, Conference League, and Champions League. That's actually my exact order, guys. That's my exact order. Hello, Rubik's. Rubik's. I know your team Marseille is not in the competitions anymore, but you can tell your thoughts on the other French teams. Are you happy with their draw? I guess. Billy says I have a fever, unfortunately. Oh, that's sad to hear. Hopefully, you get better soon, man. Take medicine, sleep a lot. Soup and everything. I think you know the deal. UEFA scripting the draws again. Imagine my shock. Yeah, right. And are you happy getting PSG? I know you're a Bayern fan, so yeah, BLE 075. At least there's no redraw this year. Oh man, I remember last season, man, there was a redraw. That was actually unfortunate. PSG versus Bayern Munich, Barca versus Manchester United, Braga versus Fiorentina. Okay, interesting. BLE says 075, so I get well soon. Tapia M says I hope so. I hope so as well, man. So as I said, I think we're gonna end here for today. Unless you guys have any further thoughts. But it seems like you guys, how many votes are we at now? Actually, we got 9 votes. Okay. So we got 56% for UCL and 33% for UEL and 11% for the Conference League. So I'm honestly 50-50, can't call it right now. I think Real Madrid will knock out Liverpool. Billy 075 says get well soon. Well, League One is in both in a good situation and and the same time though. Well, we will need to wait January before calling it. Yeah, that's the thing, man. The World Cup, I think, is going to be a huge factor in these ties. Like, I feel like the World Cup will have a huge decider for all the matchups, even the Conference League, Europa League. Obviously, probably lesser extent to the Champions Conference League, but I think the World Cup will have a significant bearing on a lot of these matchups. So it's very difficult to call and predict a lot of these matches without knowing what happens to World Cup. So yeah, okay. I think this will be the last question, then I'll head out. What are your favorite ties from each competition? So for the Champions League, for me personally, I like the Porto Inter. I think that's a great matchup. I think it's a very interesting one. It's very difficult to call, and I think that one can go either way. And then for the Europa League, I'm going to personally say I like Salzburg Roma. See, Barcelona would be the obvious answer, but I want to be a bit different, so I'm going to say Salzburg Roma just because I feel like that's a very difficult one to call and so forth. So, and then for the Conference League, I'm going to probably say, honestly, I'm probably going to say, Ludogorets and Anderlecht. I think that's a very interesting one because I think that one is very difficult to call because it could go either way. So, yeah, man. I will say those 3. But yeah, there's a lot of good matchups. There's not any um bad matchups per se. Okay. Hopefully the World Cup breaks Neighbors Messi mentally so he can have an easier time versus PSG low. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. And me versus Mats is tough to call. Yeah, definitely. That's be a great matchup. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna head out in the next couple of minutes. Albert just joined. Yeah, Albert just joined. So Albert, I'll let you give your quick thoughts. You're gonna be playing against my team, Barcelona. So, I'm gonna head in the next 5 minutes or so. So I was gonna head out now, but Albert just joined, so I don't want to be rude here. So, Albert, give your quick thoughts, and then I have to head out in the next 5 minutes. Ooh, what's your idea, Matt? Oh yeah, let me make you Blake. I forgot to make you a moderator, man. Let me make you a moderator. So Blake Hernandez, you're now a moderator on the YouTube channel. I should have done that a lot earlier. Just remember now. Man United versus Barca. I wanted that to be the final. Yeah, I was talking to my Man United friend yesterday on his channel, and yeah, he was telling me that he wanted that to be like the semi or the final. And I was talking to another Barca fan as well. Like, I'd rather face United in the final or like the semifinal or something. Ooh, Inter versus Porto live on Bailey's channel. Porto versus Inter live on my channel. Oh yeah, that would be a good idea. Like, you guys could like take turns, like, doing the match previews and streaming. That would be a really cool idea. Um, so I like the idea. That's a good idea, man. That's a good idea. Thank you. I'm already a mod. Is it good if Barca loses so they can go all in La Liga, similar to Atleti? Okay, I'll answer this question. This will be the last question. I'll head out. For me personally, I don't really want to. For me personally, if I'm being honest with you guys, I want to go all in for La Liga. I don't really care about the Europa League that much, personally speaking, just because I know for a fact that we don't have enough to win it, and I don't think we're capable of winning it. And I just feel as though that with the signings we made this summer and everything like that, we have to win something. And I feel like if we can win La Liga this season, it'll be a great, great statement. Just because we haven't won the league in such a long time. Don't get wrong, we need to win a European competition. Don't get wrong, we haven't won that in a long time too. But I feel like it's a lot more plausible for us to win a La Liga than a Europa League. I feel like Europa League is a bit too difficult, especially us having to play United. And if we make it further in the rounds, we're gonna have to probably play Arsenal. We're gonna have to probably play Union Berlin, Freiburg, etc. And those teams can give us a tough challenge. So yeah, I don't know, man. For me personally, I hope we could go all in for the La Liga. But knowing Barcelona, they're probably going to they're going to go for both, which I don't really like that approach, but it is what it is. So yeah, man. As I said, man, there's that. Anyways, I think I've been here for a bit too long. This the whole idea with the stream was to be 30 minutes, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here in the next couple of minutes. So yeah, let's go ahead and end the poll right here. So most of you guys do like the Champions League draw the most, and your second is Europa League, and Conference League is the least favorite. So obviously, I will be giving more predictions in the later foreseeable future, probably in the month of February, when the games are much closer. These are just like a quick reactions to the games and everything like that. There will be timestamps in the description below, if you're watching on the replay. And I do appreciate those watching on the replay. It really does mean a lot to me. And obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new out here. And yes, let me go ahead and log up for now. So thank you guys for watching today's stream. I hope you guys do enjoy it. And the next stream that I'm going to potentially do might be Thursday at 5 p.m. We might do a live Q&A session, potentially. I'm going to use the Q&A tab that YouTube just created. So I'll be using that on maybe Thursday or next week. And then next week, we'll have the debate show for the World Cup. We're going to have a World Cup hangout, guys. A World Cup hangouts next week. And then the week after is the actual World Cup. So we're about to end club football now. So thank you guys for watching today's stream. I appreciate everyone joining today's stream. Make sure you guys like the stream. Subscribe if you're not here. Comment down below your thoughts in the comment section below. And so, yeah. Oh man. Forza Barca, man. You just joined us now, man. I'm going to be in the stream soon. So I'm going to just read your comment and then I'll head out. Let's do this. Forza Barca says, it was rigged, but I got what I wanted. Barca versus Manchester United. Xavi has to be sacked the next day if we lose to United. Even if we win La Liga, man, Forza Barca. Like, for me personally speaking, if we don't win La Liga, I'd say we have to win either Europa League or La Liga for me this season. Neither for me is a sack, for me personally. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Forza Barca. So I'll let you do your quick reply real quick, and then we'll head out after he replies. And I actually do mean it this time. So, yes, it's either UEL or La Liga. Yeah, I agree. I agree with this. So yeah, as I said, if we don't win either, then he has to go, in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, anyways, that's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys did enjoy. Remember, guys, to check out Forza Barca channel. He is a good YouTube channel, good friend of mine as well. I believe he's at 2.5K subscribers, I think. So help him support his channel and everything like that. So yeah, let me go ahead and give out a shout out to channel some real quick. So shout out to Rubik, check out his channel. Shout out to Blake, check out his channel. Check out Sebastian's channel. And check out, I think that's Matt's channel as well. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. I'm gonna see you guys later, man. Peace out. Okay, last comment for real this time. But the game is much more important, particularly this United versus Barca game. Oh yeah, it's a very important game. Very, very important game. So yeah, big up AD and thanks for the shout out. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining, man. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.